Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone, chapters 11 through 14. A lot of this dealt with broomsticks and flying, so really interesting part and sections here. What I want to focus on is chapter 11. It was Quidditch. I believe it's Harry's first Quidditch match. Just really neat, really interesting to kind of get it reeled in and see how it goes. So I would be interested to learn what happens if somebody falls off their broom. Are they able to hang on? Does it just fly away on its own? Does it fall to the ground? Like how it acts when there's not a rider on the broom. So that would be neat to find out more about. Let's see, the brooms, do they take damage? Like what if a bludger runs into the broom, or if one of the twigs on the broom, if it falls off, does it take damage and slow the broom down? How does that work? That would be really cool to learn more about as well. In the stands, they flashed Potter for president. I might just have the American version, but I would imagine it would be prime minister for UK. So it is set in the UK, but not a big deal. Just something to note. Also, when Snape and Quirrell are doing jinxes and counter jinxes, we find out that a rule in the universe is that you have to maintain eye contact to use a jinx properly. So that was kind of neat and something to remember about the Harry Potter universe. And the announcer in the stands, right? This is supposed to be the wizard version of soccer, so that makes it more relatable. We know about soccer, we know there's announcers, and it would just be so cool to hear, goal, like the typical soccer announcer. That would just be so much fun, and that's what I pictured in my head. So, yep, chapter 12 is the Mirror of Airside. Harry Potter stumbles upon it, and Dumbledore is in there, so he talks with him about the invisibility cloak and not needing an invisibility cloak. So Dumbledore might have some super powerful spells. I think my guess is it's a disillusionment spell that we learn about later, but there could be others. So the invisibility cloak, it's an artifact. Is it created that way? Is it a cloak that then is imbued? Like I'm not sure exactly how artifacts work in the Harry Potter universe. Also, the mirror itself, was it a mirror first and then created, or was it built specifically with magical properties like that? Let's see. Wizard's Chess was a lot of fun. I like the ability to rally the troops, right? Your pieces can talk and be encouraged or discouraged. That was a lot of fun. Yeah, that was it for chapter 12, and number 13 is Nicholas Flamel. So in there's talk of the library, right? Anybody who's gone to school has gone and used the library, so that helps make this more relatable. Also, there is the very beginning in the frog card with Dumbledore, a reference to Nicholas Flamel. So this kind of brings it full circle that he's the chemist that Dumbledore works with, and we learned that that's how the Sorcerer's Stone is created, from Nicholas Flamel. All right, chapter 14, Norbert. We know that Hagrid has a weakness for large, dangerous animals, and he acquires a dragon egg and raises it in his cabin. So how he hides it, I have no idea, but he lets it slip in conversation with the three main characters that there is spells that wizards use to place on non-magical people to help them forget that dragons exist. So kind of like a Men in Black for muggles. That's the way I thought about it. And just something that kind of was a little bit silly, a little bit fun, but definitely something to focus on. And another part was the holidays. There was Easter and Christmas holidays and exams. Helped to make this book more relatable. Everyone's gone to school, everyone's experienced those things, and so it just makes it that much more relatable to this universe. And then to bring it home, we started with broomsticks and we'll end with broomsticks. So flying, right? It's briefly mentioned that they can be used for international travel. Is there like a super switch that you flip that makes it go faster or higher or something like that. I'm not sure, but that would be cool to learn a little bit more about. And are there any restrictions about flying at night, right? That's the stereotype that the witch flies across the full moon, that kind of thing. But I mean, they're smuggling a dragon at night. You know, I feel like if there's restrictions on flying with dragons, there would be restrictions on flying at night, but it's all good. So this has been a really interesting section for the Harry Potter universe with the flying and the broomsticks and the quidditch, which is a huge part as well. So that was Harry Potter's chapters 11 through 14 world building review, and I'll see you next time.